Good morning, everybody. Today I'm introducing the PAP slate of candidates in Ang Mo Kio GRC as well as in Yio Chu Kang, Kebun Baru, and Jalan Kayu SMCs. First, Ang Mo Kio remains a 5-member GRC. We are refreshing the PAP team. Our candidates will be me, Jasmine Lau, Victor Lai, Daryl David, and Nadia Samdin. Daryl, Nadia, and I are seeking re-election. We've done our best to improve Ang Mo Kio and to serve the residents over the years. And we ask for your continued support in this election so that we can continue to do so. Joining the three of us will be Jasmine Lau and Victor Lai. Jasmine has been a public servant for close to 2 decades. She spent time in different ministries and stat boards, including the Economic Development Board, and most recently, she's been a Deputy Secretary in the Ministry of Health. She will bring fresh ideas to improve residents' lives, mobilize people, and make things happen. Victor, you will all be familiar with. He has been chairman of the PAP Bedok Reservoir Punggol branch in Aljunied GRC for 13 years, since 2012. He took charge of the PAP team in Aljunied GRC and led it to contest the past 2 elections. I first got to know him many years ago when he was a young officer in MTI. And subsequently, he went into the private sector and built a career in banking and finance, in healthcare, and in insurance. They will say a bit more about themselves later on. Let me now introduce our candidates for the SMCs. Ng Chi Meng will stand in the newly formed Jalan Kayu SMC. And this is newly carved out from Ang Mo Kio GRC. Chi Meng served as an MP in Pasir Ris Punggol GRC from 2015 to 2020. Then in 2020, he contested in Sengkang GRC, but unfortunately, the PAP team didn't win there. Nevertheless, Chi Meng had the grit and the sense of responsibility to continue serving in NTUC as its Secretary General. And he continued to receive the support of the labor movement. Together with other NTUC leaders, he led the labor movement to play a key role during COVID. NTUC and the labor movement worked closely with the government to save jobs, to push for skills upgrading, to administer the Self-Employed Person Income Relief Scheme, SERS, and which helped many gig workers and self-employed people, and to set up company training committees to support businesses in transforming their businesses. And this made a big difference to our workers' lives and helped us to bounce back stronger after COVID. This time, the PAP has decided to field Chi Meng in Jalan Kayu SMC. Chi Meng has shown his mettle and will serve Jalan Kayu residents with equal commitment and dedication. Kwek Hian Chuan, whom we all know as Henry, will again stand in Kebun Baru SMC. He has served residents there for 2 terms already, first when it was part of Nee Soon GRC, and continuing after it was carved out to be an SMC on its own. Yip Hon Wing will stand again. Where's Hon Wing? Okay. Hon Wing will stand again in Yio Chu Kang SMC. He has served Yio Chu Kang residents since 2020. And this rounds up the PAP slate, 8 of us altogether for Ang Mo Kio GRC, plus 3 SMCs. Currently, Kebun Baru and Yio Chu Kang SMCs are part of the Ang Mo Kio extended family. We all work together in the Ang Mo Kio Town Council to deliver a wider range of activities and more efficient services for residents. And we intend to retain this arrangement and also to extend it to the newly formed Jalan Kayu SMC, provided PAP MPs are returned in the GRC and in all 3 singles. I would now like to say a few words to thank Gan Tiam Po and Ng Ling Ling, who will be retiring as MPs. Ling Ling has served since 2020 in the Jalan Kayu division of the GRC. Her area includes HDB estates, including Buangkok Crescent, Serangoon North, and part of Aokang. and also private estates in Jalan Kayu, in Gerald Mugliston, Seletar Hills East, and Luxus Hills. Over the past 5 years, she's improved the area, overseen the upgrading of flats and precincts, brought to residents new parks and playgrounds like Luxus Hill Park and a new water playground at Buangkok Square Mall. And she's also introduced initiatives to build a better community, like the Jalan Kayu Community Health Club. Tiampo has been an MP since 2011. In 3 terms, he's looked after residents, first in the Punggol South Division of Pasir Ris Punggol GRC, then in the Sengkang South Division of Ang Mo Kio GRC, and in this last term in Fernvale Division, also in Ang Mo Kio GRC. He's improved the amenities there, for example, overseeing the completion of the new Fernvale CC, along with the Fernvale Hawker Centre and Market back in 2022, and also improved transport connectivity and bus services in Fernvale. His deep care for the community has touched many lives, helped him to bond with residents wherever he served, and been an inspiration for many activists, volunteers, as well as colleagues. And I know his residents will miss him. I'm very grateful to Ling Ling and Tiampo for their many contributions over the past years. They've put their heart and soul into serving residents. They've helped to build a better Ang Mo Kio, and on behalf of the residents and the party, I thank them all from the bottom of my heart. And we wish them all the best for the future. My team and I are committed to continuing to serve Ang Mo Kio and the residents to the best of our ability. Some of us, like myself, have served residents here for decades. Some not quite as long, but still 5-10 years at least. Some of us are just joining the team, but will bring fresh ideas and energy to do good for Ang Mo Kio. Over the years, we have spoken up on many national issues in Parliament, contributed to robust debate and improvements in government policy. The PAP team has also been busy on the ground, working closely with residents to improve lives. We've pushed the government to attend to the needs of our voters. We've steadily improved the estate and the amenities with government support. We've upgraded the flats and the lifts, built new CCs and parks, refreshed the markets and hawker centers, opened new MRT stations and lines, expanded bus services, and built a caring community. Our party branches and town council launched many programs and projects of our own to help residents cope with the cost of living and to take care of the vulnerable, the elderly, the families with young children. We've made Ang Mo Kio a happy place and a good place to live. We've set out in a master plan what we've done over the past 5 years, as well as clear plans on what more we intend to do if we are elected again. And these are, we put out a pamphlet which we distributed to residents, One Heart, One Home, of what we have done and what we will be doing down the road. And we've also set some of these out in the manifesto of the Ang Mo Kio PAP team. And both of these, there's a QR code here, can be found online. And I urge all residents to take a look at them. So I hope voters in Ang Mo Kio GRC and in the SMCs in our family will give us their mandate again, so that we can work closely once again to make this an outstanding town to live, work, and play in.